Yes.
No Gene. He's traveling the world as always. I don't think he loves us anymore, you know. Goes and goes and goes.
You can understand that travel.
Yes.
Well, I'm usually traveling.
Congratulations. All right, let's get the meeting going. We don't have a guest speaker. Hey, Barbara. Okay. Welcome to the July Chamber Luncheon. And so we don't have a guest speaker this month because somebody went on vacation. That was his job. And he fell through. So we're going to make sure he knows about that next time. But anyhow, let's see. Tomorrow night, we are doing the movie night at the Chamber of Commerce, 7:30 p.m. It's free to the public. Last time we charged, and that kind of became an issue because people were too cheap to pay, and they just sat out in the street and watched the movie. Can't blame you. So we can say, well, heck with it. Let's just do it for free.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So we're just relying on sponsors, cover the costs, and things like that. We do have several events. Our big event coming up is going to be the Armed Forces Day Parade, September 21st. I know we got other events, and but that's our next biggie, and we got to get busy coordinating that. That's going to be one of our biggest events of the year. We're not going to do it at the park this year, under construction, and every year it's become more of an issue trying to get across Roseman Boulevard with the parade. So we're just going to keep it on Diamond Street, come back around doing the festival at the Chamber and walking off the street with vendors and so forth like we did for the Christmas parade. So we haven't come up with themes or anything this year, but next meeting we'll be establishing that, getting all the marketing information out, getting the sponsorship requests out, things of that nature. We do have a $3,000. One is to provide to the library for $2,000. But we can't write it to an individual. We need an entity name that we can write the check to. Fran, I know you're involved in the library quite a bit. If you could give us an entity name that we can write a check to for $2,000. And that is paid for by Clearway Energy. Now we also have $1,000 going to Little, and we need an entity name. We cannot write that to an individual. So if anybody can help us out on that, $1,000 that's going to the Little League. Okay. So if anybody has any contacts as to who that $1,000 can go to as an entity, preferably a 501c3, but we still need a registered entity that we can write that check to. Huh?
Yeah. Emily.
Hey, Marshall, come on in.
We have to take an Emily dinner tonight. Yeah, she's supposed to be overseeing that.
Where are you gonna do lunch, Marshall?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so if you can help me on that, I'd appreciate it. We'd like to get the checks out written before that, so we can close that. Anything you want to cover?
I just want to make sure that we invite everyone that's here to our meetings. We're going to be putting those out on the website, Rosemont Chamber website. So if you would look into that, you'd see the different dates that we're going to have for the event meetings. A lot of times we have different things that we're doing. We're trying to get everyone involved. It's not just the chamber that's doing it. We're actually trying to get all the community involved. And we're trying to get it so that we can work together. And if you have an event, great. We like to back it up. We'd like to put it on the website and also on the newspaper. We'd like to do that also. So we're trying our best. We are kind of like missing up a couple of things. So we're learning through the process. So forgive us if we don't do it right. We are learning a lot of different things, yes.
Would you please make your announcement shareable, because there's lots of sites in Roseland that we will spread it around, so the whole community
Is
will
the
see
chamber
them all.
site not shareable?
I hope, well, I've gone on some things and it's like, you know, you have to.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, so make sure it's shareable so we can spread it around.
Okay.
All right?
Good.
That's the other thing that I wanna mention. Jack's gonna be retiring, from the chamber, the end of the year. So we're gonna need someone to help us with the technical part of it in regards to with the website and all those things. And he can actually explain it more than I can. But we're looking for someone because when he leaves, we're gonna be without someone to help us to do all that work that he does.
I'm gonna help with the transition the best I could. And this person's not easy to find, I get it, you know, I mean, I was a professional programmer for 15 years. So, to me, this stuff's easy, okay? But to everybody else, it's just brick walls. But I'm gonna try to get things set in place for the community and I'll help with any transition. Next year, I'm gonna be selling my house, moving on north, probably next spring. So I won't be rerunning next year for the Chamber of Commerce. And, I am trying to get things in order where it's a smooth transition and trying to get the right people in place to, kind of carry on the legacy a little bit of the community. And, so one of the things I did do, and I haven't presented it, I'll be presenting it at the next, committee meeting that we have, but I did create a new website called rosemanevents.org. And my hope is it allows us to get signups for volunteers and people that want to be on the team. And it's got a beautiful calendar to where you can click on it and it will add it to your own personal calendar, all the events that put in. But this is going to be a project I can't do by myself. Even though I do all the admin on it and so forth, it's designed to where certain key people can go in and add their events on their own. So that's one, it's not a chamber site, it's a separate entity altogether. And it's intended to be that way so that the community will have a central resource to go to and put everything in as far as events. And it's shareable to everybody's personal calendar. You can actually have it to where if a new event comes up, it notifies you on the calendar automatically. So I think it'd be a good tool for the community. Later on, I'll be looking for people to help coordinate all that because there's so many entities and events. I don't want to put an event on there that's not approved. Okay, and then when it does get approved, they can go in and put this stuff.
Are you willing to train a group of us?
I will, yeah. Yeah, in fact, if it's possible, that one room with the TV,
The parent center?
I was thinking about using that and then use that as a training tool to be able to get the speed.
Because I have some parents that are tech savvy that I'm hoping I can get involved.
Yeah, so I'll be looking for admin people. And even if I move away, you know, if there's an issue, I'll still be there to help. I'm not just gonna leave the family. So. Anything else?
Also, we're gonna be looking for a chamber member on the board. So start thinking about that in January, I believe it is. When's that switch?
Well,
July.
May will be the elections.
Okay, so we are
And we'll
looking
go
for
into effect
individuals that would like to be a
July 1st.
part of the chamber. Cause we definitely need a lot of help.
How many vacancies?
There'll be two
There's
vacancies.
gonna be two.
Well, let's see. It's me and you come up for election next year, yeah, so it'll be two vacancies. So, my thought is I would love to see a younger, fresher
Yes.
chamber. Okay? Nothing against the experience.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's been an issue with this town for a long time, this community. You know, it's a balance between having the time to do it and having the knowledge and want to do it. Okay? So, if the community is gonna come together and be a community, we need a fresh group to come in to the chamber, a younger group that has younger vision, because the way we do business is changing drastically. And that's a hard thing that older generation cannot comprehend. Okay? They hear music, they don't know what that music's all about. The yet that music and people are not coming to your business because you don't understand it, okay? So, a younger generation understands that, and they're gonna bring that into the business of love. And that's really important. I know Barbara can contest to that. The younger generation, younger music, you know, it's just something that's not really there, but it's coming. You know? And, but it applies to business too, how you do your business. If you don't reach out to the younger generation, then you're not gonna be a successful business. Because that older generation is just set in their ways, and they're gonna disappear, and then you're gonna sit there wondering why my business isn't running. Okay, this is the nature of it. So anyhow, I'd love to see a fresher start on the Chamber of Commerce, new ideals. So consider them. Okay, good. All right, let's do, we got lots of introductions today. We don't have a guest speaker, so please take a couple minutes, not 10, just a couple, and say what you got going on, what you're about, what you're here for, what you'd like to share. So let's start right up front here with this beautiful young lady right here.
Hi, it's my first time here. I'm Laura Aguirre. I'm the AVP of Business Development and Marketing at Edwards Federal Credit Union. We started in 1962 originally at Edwards Air Force Base. That's our original location. We still have a branch there. Our headquarters is now in Palmdale. So we're that big building right across the street from Stevens Club. And I know there's a misconception of who can be a member there. Anyone in the community, including community here, can be a member. You do not have to work on the Edwards Air Force Base to be a member. We have a membership of about 13,000 people at Edwards Federal Credit Union. We have a new executive team as well, new CEO and new CFO that started within the last year. And with that new leadership team, there's a fresh vision to be out in the community and to pour into our community, including the community here as well. One thing that makes credit unions different than big banks is that we are not for profit. We do not have shareholders. So with that, our profits we pour back into our membership and into our community as well to offer lower rates on loans. We have auto loans, we have mortgages, we have refinancing as well. Higher dividends on accounts as well, and just pouring back into the community. So that's what we do. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Feel free to stop by any of our branches as well.
Thank you, Laura. Okay, Marshall?
Marshall, CEO and Director of Boys Falcon Manhood, or BOOM. I had, since our last meeting, the pleasure of sitting down with a couple of members here. Loved sitting and talking with Karen, with Frank, with Anthony, getting a chance to see what I can do in the community. And we are, spoke with Anthony and Frank today, and we have something we're working on, something big I would like to say. Looking at the end of September, we're in the beginning stages, but something exciting for the youth here to do. Just looking at a couple of things as far as possibly a location, but something exciting for our youth to do, something different for them to do. So we'll have more soon. I'll put it that way. We'll have more details soon. Like I said, still in the beginning stages. Looking forward to speaking with Joel as well. So everyone that has made themselves available to me, I really do appreciate you guys' time, especially being someone new in the community. So I do thank you. So,
All right.
I'm Gretchen Winfrey, and I'm with the Kern Animal Historical Society. And the first thing that Karen said to me today when I walked in was that she has been enjoying watching our presentations on our YouTube. And that's just awesome, because there's such an enormous amount of history in this area. And we are delighted to be able to put it out there for public view on our YouTube. We have been working, but not making much progress about getting a museum, so we could actually put it out there for people to come and see, you know, in person. But the best we can do right now is get it out there on YouTube. And if you get on our website, there's a real quick way up at the top. It has all of the little headings, and it says videos, and you click on that and you get the whole drop down of all the things that we have on YouTube. That's the fastest way really to get to our YouTube. And I have to kind of add to what Jack said. The man that manages our website lives in Wisconsin. So Jack, the fact that you are leaving does not mean you might not become the manager of the website.
Yeah, we help with Gretchen. So, Gretchen was actually my mom's one of her best friends.
And I was his science teacher too.
And,
That explains that.
So, in Roseman, she's actually like my second mom. Barbara?
Barbara Leone, Leone Music Studios, offering private lessons in guitar, piano, voice, bass, and ukulele.
I gotta tell you, I was in a quartet with Barbara, classical guitar quartet, and she is such a talented person. And the other three of us are struggling with notation. She's just da 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 right away. Okay? Really good. So if you're really serious about voice or guitar, couldn't think of a better instructor than Barbara.
Thank you.
Anthony?
Hi, my name is Anthony. I'm the co-founder of Safe Haven Kids League, California City, and Safe Haven Kids League's Community Resources of California. We are a nonprofit in California City. We do a lot of amazing work up there for our community. Our Community Resources of California, we actually feed families that's in need. We deal with mothers and fathers with kids within their first 5. We offer free Pampers, diapers, wipes, etc. Everything for newborn, and we also offer the young youth hoodies, pants, shoes, etc. We cover community resources on all, and we're actually branching out and doing more. I'm partnering with Marshall. We're going to be doing some things down here in Roseman. We do some things in Mojave. Mojave kind of has a resource center up there and things. But we're looking to branch out to help the community. What we do is that we help. We don't call homeless, we call them our butterflies. We have a butterfly division, and we feed our butterflies as needed. We partner through Starbucks, and we show up and we offer resources to our butterflies. Waste Management is our flagship sponsor. They were the first sponsor that we had out of Cal City, and we fly high with them, and Love You Frank organization, our community loves you. My first time into Chamber, I'm super busy, and that's not an excuse. My first time here at Roseman Chambers, I'm glad I'm here today. I'm glad that we took a meeting today to try to grow. We don't have an issue with partnering with. We really try not to do the same thing, and we would love to bring a lot of these services and stuff and people that follow us, to Roseman, offer to the community. We're here for the community, and we work really, really hard for the community. We're not here to take over, we're here to be a part of. And I believe I've given everybody a card, just an icebreaker to who we are, and I look forward to working with you all in any needs that you may have or the community may have. Oh, I can't leave that. Yeah, they sponsor us as well. Hydro Stores come on as a sponsor for one of our biggest events is coming up, our turkey giveaway. We give hams and turkeys to families in need. Her Hydro Store, which she represents, they've suited up and came on board with that, and we're super excited to have them. I do not want to leave her out. Common Sense Solutions supports us to the fullest. Love Russell, love Nanny with their amazing team together, and we have a lot of support with them. And I do definitely want to. Of course, Tracy, I love you to death.
Tracy or Karen, but
Karen,
I gotta brag on Anthony.
Karen.
Anthony and his wife Linda are the founders of Safe Haven Kids League, and and they were honored by Supervisor Lackey, or Assemblyman Lackey, sorry, wrong political title there. Assemblyman Lackey as the nonprofit of the year.
Was it something we didn't know about?
I know, I said Assemblyman, I said Supervisor, but I meant Assemblyman.
We're honored with that, and we took that for our community. Safe Haven was just the instrument to get there. We did go to Sacramento, we received an award up there, a lot of hard work and things, but we took that for the communities that we serve. We're just the instrument that God put us in place in order to make that happen. So I would love to clap it up for our communities of East Turner, because we service East Turner. And thank you all.
Thank you, Anthony, and thank you for what you do, you too,
I am Natalie Willis from Common Sense Consulting. As Anthony told you, I represent HydroStore, also represent the Pacific Steel Group. So for HydroStore, we actually reached a major milestone this week. We received a letter explaining that, from the CEC, saying that we are data adequate. So that's going to be really great going forward. So stay tuned, because within 45 days of that, we're going to have a CEC hearing. So there's going to be opportunity for public comment, and I'll just, kind of push the project forward some more. For Pacific Steel Group, Mark Olson, he's the VP of mill operations. He spoke here at the Roseland Chamber, but he's also coming to RMAC in August. So he'll speak August 15th, I believe. So if you missed his presentation, you're more than welcome to come and see what he has to say. He'll have some announcements to give. And they've also started retaining staff. So they've retained a few individuals from Virgin Galactic who are laid off. So we're really excited to have those talented individuals on board. And I have business cards if you guys want to partner on anything community related.
Frank and Associate?
Yes, Frank and Associate. This is Quincy, Frank with WM. Actually in Roseman, we have the rollout for the organics and recycling for businesses coming out here in Roseman. So those that have businesses out here, you may have received a letter from the county, as well as from WM. We also sent one. Implementation should begin August or September or so. The letter advised you to contact me to set up recycling and organics for your business. I'd say I've gotten about 40 calls between Roseman and Mojave, and I have about 17 or 18 businesses that have actually set up, whatever type of services that they want for that, for organics and recycling. You can self-haul, you just have to self-certify through the county. You can also get a waiver if you don't generate any organics or you don't have space for additional services, things like that. So there's other options, but you do need to contact me, business owners, so that we can get you guys set up and in compliance with SB 1383. That way when the county reaches out to me and says, hey, what's going on with this multifamily property or with this business? Are they in compliance? Well, I haven't received any call from them. They haven't responded back to me. Or yeah, they've reached out and they're working on setting up a waiver, or they're going to self-haul, self-certify, things like that. So if you have a business out here in Roseman and you haven't either applied for a waiver or worked with the county to self-certify that you're self-hauling to the landfill your organic waste and your recycling, then please reach out to me. I'd be happy to work with you guys. And a lot of the businesses out here are actually saving money with this, by the way. It's not that it's going to be this huge expense, because remember, this is not new material that you're putting in these carts. It's the same material that you guys are already generating. Instead of putting it in one big dumpster, maybe we downsize the trash a little bit, get you your recycling, so all your cardboard goes into there, and then you have your organic. So there's a business down here, B Street Apartments, that I've been working with. They had way too much trash service. Like, they were getting picked up every single day of the week. There's not that many tenants there. And we were able to decrease their service and save them hundreds of dollars a month. So I have cards as well, and I'd be happy to work with you if you know anybody as well, yes, that has a business and you just want to share my information. I'd really appreciate that. So thank you guys.
All right. Quincy, you want to turn around and say hi to
Yes,
everybody?
hello, I'm Quincy. I'm newer with WM. I started about 2 months ago, so I'm taking over for Ashley Sparks, which some of you may know. So I started working really close with Frank. He's great. I work with in Palmdale, Lancaster, unincorporated. So if you know anyone, and I believe I'm going to be taking over Ridgecrest as well. So I have cards as well. You're more than welcome to reach out. So.
Did the other gal move to somewhere else?
So she got a promotion, so she's still with us, but yeah, I
A
just
lot bigger,
yeah.
history.
Same phone number, sorry.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Quincy.
Thank you.
Robert?
Hi, my name's Robert Mejia. I'm the commander for the VFW here in Roseman. Just became this is my first year, 10 year I should say. The events that we got going, we have one coming up for a one of our members deceased. He had a lot of guitars, and so we're going to do an estate sale of guitars for him. So it'll be held at the post. We'll have more information later on because Jack's going to provide that to me so I can pass that out. And pretty much used to doing community events, and piggyback what Jack said earlier about getting new members to the younger generation, as he put it. Well, I do the same thing for the active duty retired military personnel, because a lot of my Vietnam veterans are starting to pass away now from their time in the military. Now I'm bringing on the younger generation of new and wiser kids now, as I call them, because now I'm the old guy. So with that being said, I've already reached out to quite a few of them. I know this area has a lot of retired military young. I'm trying to bring them into the post so that way they can be part of the community. My job is to be the face of the community for the VFW as well as the national. So we'll be doing a lot more events coming up, but it just takes got to get started. So this is where I'm starting at. So I have cards if you'd like to get more information. We do have a hall. Maybe you'd like to partner up and having a location to do your event for that. So more than welcome to. So you have a location. That's all you needed. I heard that. So
Location.
so with that being said, hopefully we can just grow with the community and keep the VFW in Roseman open all the time. So thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Behind him is his veteran hat.
Sylvia.
All right, Dave.
Pastor Dave Hernandez with Family Faith Center on Desert and Elm, and this is my beautiful wife, Linda. Her birthday was just a couple of days ago.
I think we should sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My hand might be sore. Amanda?
Hi, if to everybody, I know a couple, some new faces. My name is Amanda. I'm with the Roseman News, or am the Roseman News. I am the Roseman News. I've been with them for a long time. That's why I'm used to saying with the Roseman News. I am taking over. A lot of you guys might know John Joyce. That's who I'm representing now, or yeah. So a lot of people have reached out to me. I've got a couple events in. I got Marshall's in. He had a video game tournament
Yeah.
there, and it was, he sent over the photos and information, and I was able to write an article, and he was our page one. And I'm happy to get anybody else's events in. Just send them in like a week prior. I get a lot of people that send them in like the week of. We do print on Thursday, so like today. So anything for the next week, I'm more than happy to put it in. And if you guys don't have my number, it's the same number that's always been, just a different email now. I'm getting a lot of people that are getting bounce backs from the other ones, and I'm more than happy to provide an updated email for anybody that needs it. And
I would like
that's
to add you as also as admin on the Roseman events when we get it going.
Yeah.
So we have access to the events for the newspaper.
Yeah, I call people and ask for it because I know things change, and I call, just double check. I didn't see your guys' meeting up this month. I didn't see it. I was like, I didn't see it.
It is tonight, right?
It is tonight. I'm like, I didn't see it. I might have missed it, but I try to keep up with everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Go.
Joel McKay with RMAC. We got a lot of things going on this month. The new budget for 24-25 is coming out. There's going to be a budget meeting at 6 o'clock on the 29th, and then I think at 9 o'clock the next morning. So if you can make that drive to Bakersfield, if you've watched some of the board meetings, some of the other towns really get organized, and they just presenter after presenter selling their communities. And I would love to see the East Kern get to that stage where we just, spend 2 hours, this, resident businesses, this right after another, get up there and sell our community and try and get a piece of that pie for us. So that would be the 29th and 30th. Also want to shout out to the 2nd District. They are our sponsors for the movie night coming up. We're going to be able to keep that event free for the kids here in Roseman. So no excuse, bring your kids out. And there'll be some vendors and food and stuff like that. The last one was a pretty good turnout. And then another thing, Mr. Gear, I'd love the opportunity to present to your board and sell our community on getting a financial institution here in Roseman. I'd love the opportunity to speak in front of your board and sell our community. And then speaking with Marshall, he has a lot of good things going on here in the community. And if you watch the board meeting, we got to start planning for next year. The head of Parks and Recs made an announcement to the board that our pool's been a success. There's been 150 people a day using the pool, according to him. So we need to expand the hours and expand the days for next year and keep the costs. I would love to see the costs remain free for our community, or keep them as cheap as possible for going on next year. So we got to start planning for next year. Our community's coming together with Pastor Dave leading. All the egos are set aside. We're all coming together, working as a fine, cohesive group. A lot of good things are happening, a lot of community events. So proud to be a part of that. So,
Joe, Superintendent Gaines, please.
Oh, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here today. Well, we're winding down summer school. We have one more week, and summer school will be over, second session. We've been doing summer school for 6 weeks. We also are deep in the weeds in preparing for opening. Our students return August 14th, which is pretty close. It's like knocking on the door. We are so very busy with construction projects. I talk a lot about them. This next Friday, July 26th at 9 a.m. we will be doing the ribbon cutting at Tropico Middle School. Please feel free to come out and join us for that. We have 7 new buildings, 28 new classrooms, a new track, all sorts of things. It is a beautiful facility. We're also in the process of painting the older Tropico, and we're hoping to have the painting done at least by the onset of the school year, but we know for sure that there's some new landscaping that's going in the older campus that will not probably be done by the time the kids get there. But when it's all finished, it's going to be a beautiful revision of Tropico Middle School. The high school cafeteria, if you drive by and you see that building, you can see that we're continually making a lot of progress on that. Opening for that is estimated to be sometime December or early January of 2025. And let's see, we are also going to DSA in a week for 5 new buildings at West Park. West Park's enrollment had jumped to 1,013 students, and I was just told that there's 400 new families, 400 new homes going in over there. So that's, we will be putting 5 new buildings in at West Park. We purchased 20 acres on Roseman Boulevard, and we will be on the November election with a bond to be able to possibly construct a new elementary school and also repair so many HVAC and roofs and everything else that is desperately needed, especially at Roseman High School. And one last thing, sorry, I'm probably over my 2 minutes, but I'm so excited about this. We are putting in a new weight room at Roseman High and also a new boys and girls locker room. So the money is there. I met today with the architects. They're in the process of designing, so a lot going on. It's just crazy right now, crazy.
All right, thank you, Barbara.
Okay, so it's such a hard position where I'm sitting. So I'm Fallon Mitchell. I'm the grant coordinator for Southern Kern Unified School District. I oversee our Community Schools Grant, which is a new initiative for California, not new in the United States. It's to bring schools and the community together so the school district can function as the hub of the community, gathering resources and information so that when our families come in and they need certain things, I can either point them in the direction or offer it in-house. So it's a really exciting role and I love it because I'm a longtime resident. I grew up here, I went to the schools in Rosemond, moved away, came back because I don't want to be anywhere else. I'm also the vice chair for RMAC, which I did intentionally to be more involved in the community, and I am on the committee with Pastor Dave and Jack and Joel and everybody that comes together to plan events. The best thing about that, like Joel says, we're putting our egos aside so we can just sit down and, hey, even if it's not something that we have available to support the other, at least we can plan things accordingly so we're not stepping on each other's toes. And that's one community, especially most of the things we do are geared towards the families or the children in the community, and we don't want to have, Jack's planning an event, but you know what, we're going to plan an event over here. No, we're trying to make it so we have all those things spread out so there's constantly exciting things for the community to do. We do have a parent community center. It's basically a family resource center, but it's open to the community. I am right now deep in the process of ordering things for our backpack giveaway. We're going to have an ice cream social and backpack giveaway for the students. That will be on August 5th from 11 to 5. Our backpacks for our kiddos, though, are going to be available all week. So if they stop by during the open hours during the week, they'll be there. But I just wanted to do something fun, a little event to get the families together to come out and also see the Parent and Community Center. We have books for students every time they come in. They can take a book home with them. I'm in the process of getting hygiene kits. We're also ordering books for adults. So I know there's a lot of parents in town that want to sharpen up on their reading skills. So we'll have that. We've got a ton of classes coming up, which I'm going to speak a little bit more at tonight at RMAC, because even though I'm on RMAC, I'm going to be the guest speaker to talk about that. We're going to have a lot of classes coming for families, community members dealing with difficult behaviors with their students, knowing how to identify mental health struggles, how to support that. We have a great SPED team, and we have licensed therapists that work for the district. They're going to be hosting these classes. We're also going to have a deeper dive class for parents. We have PK coming in this year at the school sites, the Parent Institute for Quality Education, and they're going over the SEL curriculum with our families. We're really trying to support the community and the students, especially with the mental health side of things, because that's been a struggle for a while now, especially with COVID and getting back into school. But if you haven't been to the Parent Community Center, you should really stop by. It's fantastic. We have a meeting room in the back. We have a coffee bar and snacks. I always have snacks. You're not going to get me anywhere without a snack, right? So we have snacks, and we have I call it the Reading and Resource Room, that has a ton of resources and books for families. We have computers and a printer. So if there's families that need to come in, myself or Elizabeth, our wonderful community engagement specialist who oversees the Parent Center now, she is there. We can help people that need to sharpen up their resume. Maybe there's an adult that needs help going back to school. That's kind of my passion when these parents come in that are like, well, it's too late for me. No, it's not. No, it's not, because I spent a long time going through school later in life. So that's our goal, just to be the hub for everybody. So all of these different organizations and everybody come in, drop in, give me information. I can pass it along to families. We want to support everyone in the community. We want everybody to come together, and I think that has just been like the theme of the year, which is fantastic.
Hey, Jack. Hey, on our movie night, I was amiss. We also want to thank Waste Management. They gave us, they donated money so we could buy the projector to do our movie night. So we want to thank you guys. You guys have been great supporting our community and stuff.
And also this county, I don't know where that's at, but we'll talk about that sometime. But yeah, we are submitting for donations to have not just one, but several movie nights throughout the year. Cover the cost. Lori.
I'm Lori with the Antelope Valley Press. I take care of advertising from Tehachapi to Cal City and West Palmdale down to Agua Dulce. And I like to come to these meetings to let people know they can email me any events that they have as long as they send them to me a month in advance. So we have a magazine that goes out. You can put your we can put your events in there. Just grab one of my cards and email me, or write down lk@avpress.com and email me. We have many projects coming up right now. We have a special section that's called football. It's the football preview, and it's highlighting all of the high schools in the Antelope Valley. We actually do a 2-page spread on each of the high schools. We take pictures of the kids that are going to be on the teams. We do write-ups on them and all about what their season, what they forecast their season to be. It's a really nice thing to help sponsor if you're interested in sponsoring that little tabloid and it's glossy. It's nice to help sponsor that for the kids in the community. Carl's Hardware helps us a lot with that every year for Roseman, but I don't have a sponsor for Mojave or for Boron. If anybody's interested, let me know. And lots of other things, but you can email me anytime or call me anytime and pick up my card if you have events coming up, and let me know. I'll try and get it in there, but I do kind of need it a month in advance to go in the magazine so it gets the biggest circulation.
County's turn.
Yeah. So Karen with Kern County District 2. We're continuing to work. Public Works has various projects that have been completed or are in the works for Rosemont in particular. So there's always that. If you have problems with code compliance, or you have a problem with a road or a sump or something like that, feel free to give me a call or an email. I'm happy to share my card with you. And just glad everybody's here.
Sorry, Karen, were you done?
I'm done.
Brent? Enlighten us.
Well, I wanted to, if you guys know, if you get down to the Chamber of Commerce area, there's a building, 1830 Locust, that's been an eyesore in our community for such a long time. We finally cleaned it up and they're rehabbing it. I would like to see the Chamber take it out, try to purchase that, and the lot right in front of it, so you guys have that big lot for all of our events. It'll be a great thing to move on. And there's lots of people we can probably get to sponsor that. So
We on the board, several board meetings, we've discussed exactly that. In the past, there's been a lot of roadblocks trying to get there, and mainly from the other investors and things like that, trying to.
the gentleman who's rehabbing that building, his plan is to sell it. He's not gonna.
Right.
So it is in really bad shape. So
Terrible shape.
terrible shape. So it's something to probably pursue.
But one of the reasons we're trying to increase community activity, create more chambers events, is, to be honest with you, our overhead is now about $9,000 a year, just off the chamber. And we have to double that in order for us to get all the resources that we need to expand.
Well, it's something we should really look into is a long-range plan. And also, you know, we're always looking to place a museum for our historical
Well, that was our
society.
original thought,
So,
actually.
that was the original reason is like, visit that place, about 10 years ago.
No, that was actually in our discussion, our
Yeah.
board meetings, was to buy that property for the
So
Historical Society.
the subject doesn't need to, it needs to be on the forefront so we can actually look.
You keep it on the forefront.
There we go. So on top of that, in addition, there's gonna be some rehab at the park. And you definitely wanna make sure that that park building gets a rehab kitchen. So we may have to fall on a lot of people, solar and whatever, so that a kitchen is, an updated kitchen is done and that rehab happens. So we gotta push that as a community. So,
Talking about the park building.
the park building.
Lindauer?
Yeah, they left that part out, so it's like, no, we need a rehab building, we need a rehab kitchen.
Yeah, that used to be a kitchen entirely.
Exactly,
Neat code.
and so we may have to hit up a lot of people in our area, solar and whoever, to help that, make that happen, but we need to make sure that gets done as a community. So, I'd love to see us have a huge picnic, when that building gets done and the whole community is out there.
We used to.
Yes, we used to. That's been a long time.
A very long time.
And
I
it
was
needs to
little.
happen again.
That's actually the point she's making.
That's a point I'm making.
That building and that area was such a community focus and center for many years, and then it just turned to crap. And one of the things that used to happen in that building that was really essential for the community was the pool table and table tennis table, games, things of
Yeah,
that
you
nature.
could check the games out and you brought them back in. It was a really fun place.
And it
And the
did.
community was down there every night.
That's exactly right. That was my
And I remember after the parades, it would be huge. Like everyone in
Yeah.
Rosemont would be at the park and barbecuing. Yeah.
Well, let's bring it back, everybody. Let's get
So
together and make
this
it
is part
happen.
of the community coming together and becoming a community again. So,
And I want to talk to you two gentlemen. I have something. Okay?
don't you cringe when Frank goes, I want to talk to you.
I got scared and it wasn't even.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'd be scared.
Hi, Lester.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lester Fusel. I'm with the American Red Cross, the Kern Eastern Sierra and Kern County chapter. I've been with the Red Cross now about 18 months. I retired from a career with the LA County Fire Department. Decided to be with the Red Cross. The Red Cross is actually very active in Rosemont. I'm an agency representative as well as a lot of other titles, which I'll get into, based on the activities that we're involved with here. As an agency representative, I try to represent the Red Cross in various partnerships in all of the communities, the 4 communities here in Eastern Sierra. This area used to be part of the LA region. We acquired it in 2020. I came on and with my prior experience felt that it was necessary to ensure that our relationships continued here in the community. I know you haven't probably seen us at all, but I look to probably change that and try to be here. I've been attending the RMAC meetings, the Community Service District meetings. This is my first Chamber of Commerce meeting, but I'll be attending others also. As I say, there are a lot of things that we do here. I'm a disaster action team supervisor, and in short, when an individual is unhoused as a result of fire or other disaster, we respond, our disaster action teams as first responders, to look to help those individuals with recovery. We meet them, we have client intake with them, we provide them with resources, resource lists for local, county, and state agencies that may be able to help them in recovery. And also too, with that information, we may be able to provide financial assistance also. It's not a great deal, but in many cases, it's very helpful, and most of our clients are very happy to receive that. In addition to that, we have a program called Sound the Alarm. I'm looking at trying to have a full program, and what that is the Red Cross goes into homes with the cooperation of other agencies, particularly the fire department, and we install smoke detectors free in these homes. We have the ability by which residents can contact the Red Cross online and make a request to have smoke detectors installed. And next weekend, we will be coming into Rosemont, and there were a couple of residents that have requested online So we're doing the on-demand smoke detector installations, and we'll be in Roseman doing that next week. Just a few days ago, as you know, there was the Rancho Fire and the White Fire that were on the outskirts of Tehachapi. Well, with our partners with the school district, we were able to establish a shelter at Tropico Middle School, and we were in operation from the 13th and 14th, and it was a fantastic cooperation between the Red Cross and the district. They pretty much rolled out the carpet for us, and we were able to establish a shelter. We also had one established in Stallion Springs. The Rancho Fire was actually in closer proximity to that location. They had 20 individuals. We did not have any come in from the White fire area, but we were ready in the event that occurred. And that's not to just say that we would shut up a shelter for White. We had a multi-family dwelling with many families that required housing. We may set up one there, or if there was a disaster in Roseman itself. We have predetermined sites, such as Tropico, in which we're able to staff and provide mass care sheltering capabilities. And also with those, we also provide feeding, we provide distribution of emergency supplies if necessary. We work with local law enforcement to help with reunification, and also work with our partners in the multi-agency service centers if necessary on larger disasters. Roseman also is active, very active in blood drives in cooperation with the Red Cross. And there are two that we participate in. One is at the high school, again with the school district, which is fabulous. And the students are the donors. And I know they have 2 per year, and those are very successful. And as well, we have one with the community service district. Now, all of these I'm particularly intimate with, and that I'm a blood donor ambassador. So I've been attending the blood drives that we've had at the 2 locations. As the DAT supervisor, I am the one that responds and assists your residents when they become housed and offer Red Cross services. I'm a shelter supervisor, so I supervise the shelter here at the Tropico Middle School location. So, quite a lot of hats that I wear there, but I believe that, the Red Cross has a very forward-moving and very thinking mission, not only in the non-emergent but emergent activities that we're involved with. And it's important that we are engaged as well, participate in our community. So this is why I try to get around to all of these meetings, meet new partners, let them know that the Red Cross is here, provide them direction to resources that we may provide. I will say that as far as volunteers on the east side, I am it, as well as a couple others. So it's a very large geographic area, but that's one area that I'm looking at too, is trying to get more and more volunteers in the community that are community-based, that can learn the disciplines within the Red Cross and provide those services more locally. But it doesn't keep me from traveling. When the need is there, we go. We have circumstances where we set up shelters on the west side of the United States, and we had people from Canada, and we have people from the East Coast that come in and staff our shelters. And 90% of the workforce of the Red Cross are volunteers. So I'm one of those. So I am a volunteer in doing these activities. So glad to be here.
Thank you, Rusty. Al, anything you want to share with us?
Well, for those of you who don't know, Antelope Valley Water District, or the water districts are adjudicated. And the judge set limits on how much water they can use. They cut Roseman from 100 to 30%. And our last general manager went out and bought water rights. He had to buy the land for water rights. And he bought enough for 80 years. And you can bring them water rights to Roseview, you can come there. We do not use AVAC because it's way too expensive. It's 4 times what it would be. Well, it's 4 times more. But those of you who didn't hear, the state last week said they're going to cut all water districts another 30%. And that means the 30% of Roseman's got going to be cut another 30%. And what's going to happen when that happens, prices are gonna go up. Because the water district still has to have enough money, if they cut it 30%, they're not getting the revenue. So all of these things are happening, and they're hooking up, land farmers, they've got beautification for it, or, I'm sorry, a bond for it. They're hooking up the school district.
You're fine.
And, our general manager just told us that, they're wanting to build 400 new homes in Roseman on the other side of West Bar. So that's basically what happened.
So, maybe you can feed off this. I was up north, and maybe wonder, up by Clear Lake above Sacramento River, and I went up to my daughter's home. And last year when I went up there, it was just all kind of barren. So I go up there this year, and there must be 40 miles of nothing but biofarms flooded with water. All in 1 year.
Right?
No, biofarms for biofuel. I mean, 40 miles, just miles and miles, where I've never seen before. So it makes me wonder, is that why they're cutting our water so much, so they can feed the biofarms?
I don't know. We face the drought.
Well, it sure wasn't a drought when I drove through, I'll tell you. It was just nothing but frozen fields.
So there's farmers, it's actually what farmers. And they're selling their water.
Oh, yeah?
They're making all money from it.
Yeah. So, yeah, just interesting note. Thank you, everybody. This luncheon is actually a very unique luncheon because when you go to RMAC, it's a structured meeting. So you can only say certain things, certain people can say. You go to other board meetings and things of that nature, it's still a structured meeting, and you don't have the opportunity to just network and see what's going on.
I'll say don't change it.
That's what I just like. Yeah, we won't.
So this meeting is priceless. That we
I read that the state's gonna find water district $10,000 a day.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. So, anyhow, I want to thank everybody for coming, finish your lunch, finish your networking, having a chance to take some. I appreciate everybody coming, and look forward to everybody next month. Don't forget, we got the RMAC meeting tonight, 6 p.m. at Home Hall. Don't forget that. It's a good meeting. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't show up there.
I wanted to ask County, what hours is school I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
You put me on the spot, thanks.
All right, you reported on RMAC tonight.